They call it the Valley of the Headless Men. It's a place of breathtaking beauty, where nature's grandeur hides a sinister secret. I didn't believe the stories until I became part of one. My name is Jack, and I'm the sole survivor of a hunting expedition into Canada's Nahanni Valley. What I'm about to tell you may sound like the ramblings of a madman, but I swear on my life, it's the truth. It started as an adventure. 5 of us, me, my brother Sam, and our friends Eric, Tom and Ben. We'd planned the trip for months. The Nahanni Valley was remote, untouched by modernity and teeming with game. We were experienced hunters, armed with rifles and supplies for 2 weeks. The legends? Just campfire stories to us. First few days were idyllic. Towering cliffs framed the valley, hot springs bubbled in hidden clearings, and the roar of Virginia Falls echoed through the air. But as we ventured deeper, an unease settled over us. The air seemed heavier, the silence oppressive. Even the animals were scarce. A strange thing in such a fertile land. Then we found the first sign, an old campsite abandoned long ago. Scattered gear lay untouched, as if its owners had vanished mid-meal. A rusted rifle leaned against a tree. Its barrel was bent unnaturally. Sam joked about ghosts. Eric laughed nervously, but none of us could shake the feeling that we were being watched. On the 5th night, it began. We were gathered round the fire when we heard it. A low, guttural growl that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere. Ben grabbed his rifle and scanned the darkness. Probably a bear, he muttered, but deep down, we all knew it wasn't. The next morning, Tom was gone. His sleeping bag lay empty, his gear untouched. We searched for hours but found no trace. No footprints, no signs of struggle, just nothing. Panic started to set in. Eric wanted to leave immediately, but Sam insisted that we stay and find Tom. As we argued, Ben pointed to something in the distance. There was a massive footprint pressed into the mud. It was unlike anything we'd ever seen. Too large for a human, but too defined for any animal we knew. That night, we kept watch in shifts. Around midnight, I heard it again, the growl. But this time it was closer. The firelight flickered as if something massive had moved just beyond its reach. I woke Sam and Eric, but before we could react, Ben screamed. We found him at dawn, or what was left of him. His body lay crumpled near the riverbank, his head completely gone. It's as if the water had swallowed it and taken it away on the current. Fear consumed us now. We abandoned our gear and started back towards civilization. But the valley wouldn't let us go so easily. The terrain seemed to shift. Paths we had taken before now led nowhere. The growls followed us, closer, each time. On the 7th day, Eric snapped. He ran into the forest screaming that he'd seen them. We chased after him, but found only his rifle lying in a clearing, bent, just like the one at that old campsite. By then it was just me and Sam. Exhausted and delirious, we stumbled upon a cave. It was hidden behind a waterfall, a place that seemed both ancient and alive. Strange symbols covered its walls, glowing faintly in the dim light. Inside, though, were bones. Human bones, piled high, as if collected by something that didn't just kill, but hunted for sport. And then we saw it, a massive figure lurking in the shadows at the cave's edge. It wasn't human, not entirely, but its eyes glowed with an intelligence that froze me where I stood. Sam fired his rifle. It roared like thunder in the confined space, but when I turned to look at him, he was gone. I don't remember much after that. How I escaped the cave, or how I made it back to civilization. My mind is a haze of fear and adrenaline. Search parties found no trace of my friends or our camp, just my footprints leading out of the valley. They called me lucky to be alive, but I don't feel lucky, not with what I know now. You see, when I returned home and tried to move on with my life, I noticed something strange. Every mirror in my house reflected not just me, but something else. A shadowy figure, half unseen, appeared to be watching from behind me. A figure with intense, glowing eyes. I've since learned that no one truly leaves Nahanni Valley unscathed. It marks you, claims you, ensures you'll never forget what you saw, or what saw you. So if you're ever tempted to explore that cursed place, just don't do it. Because some legends are true, and some secrets are better left buried.